Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andrew Davis. Welcome to Big Boy Card Collecting, where we open, break, and educate about cards. Typically, I do sports, non-trading cards, and sometimes I do games like Oshi Push. And if you watched yesterday, we opened up the first one, and this is my second. I guess it is a hobby box. I guess is the right word for it. It's 24 booster packs. There are 4 God packs in this, and this was Kickstarter. They raised $500,000, and this is done by Japanese Anime Games, which is a big company. And so it's kind of a hybrid of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, a few other card games all into one. And you are a VTuber personnel, and you gotta pretty much win using whatever personnel tactics they have. So some people are content creators, some are something else, and everybody has kind of a strategy. And that's the whole theory behind this game. And so, yes, there we go. There's some cool stuff in here. So when you raise $500,000 on Kickstarter, you either have a really good game or you're really good at marketing. And so this is really, early for this game. But as we've seen with some other games like Divine Cross and a few others, those cards do go for good money. So there is a fair spec bet on this, in particular, that this thing could go for good money, some of these cards. And what makes this interesting in particular, and Pointer right there, not Richard Pointer, Rocky Horror joke insert right there, is that this is debut Gen 1. So all the cards, for the most part, trying to do this the best I can here, as my dog is walking behind me, that all the cards have that on there. The retails do not. And the other thing about this, before we get into it and rip open cards, is that the retail boxes of these do not have the God packs in there, which have higher ratios and rarity and all sorts of cool stuff with it. But enough about that, because I want to get into it, because I want to rip these open. And here we go. So as I pulled yesterday, there should be about 4 God packs in this one right here. You can do it this way, go this way, all this stuff. Obviously, you could kick that out like that, and you have a nice little display. I am a little bit lazy to do that. So we're going to go do what we did last time, which is open up 5 God pack. So we have this right here, which is the first 5 right here. So here we go. First God pack. Putting it in pile 1 because that's what we want to do here. It's right there. Second God pack. I'm going to put it in the back of pile 2. There should be 4 God packs in here. So hopefully there's 4 God packs. So this is going to be really bad when I have to send in the video if there are not. So here we go. Yeah. So here we go right there. We're just setting this up for everybody. We got this right here. Going to get the other one for everybody to check out. And here we go right here to bang this thing out. And yeah. So just trying to figure this out. So obviously we got 4 right here. Something's off in my math. Are there 5 in here? So I got to do some math now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously we have. That's why. I miscounted. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Obviously it's a card game, and we're gonna open it up here and see what we pull. It's nice the fact that they have little notches in the cards, but I'm going to go a little bit quicker this time to get to the good stuff. If we can figure out how to ever open up this stuff. So obviously we got this right there, going with that one, this right here. I'm going to point out anything if I need to. Commons, this right here, going pretty quickly because if you watched the one yesterday, there's a lot of stuff out there. This one right there, doing this, a foil. So that's cool. Love foils. And then we got one of these right here, which is what you're guaranteed, which is a silver stamp of Tena Mami or Mami or whatever we're going to call that. I'm not sure. And then promo card, which we dropped right into the nice little box because those are not useful. But yes, this is the promo card you want. It is a KI which is a rare card. You are guaranteed 1 basically in every hobby box or booster box or box you pull in this. And so there you go right there. So that's one of the ones that is a quote unquote, I guess, rare card, for lack of a better word here. So yes. Again, going through this quickly because I don't want to spend too much time dwelling on this. And again, this is a card game. So it is a card game. It is very much like Divine Cross in the sense that there's a lot of anime stuff in this. There's a lot of other stuff. It's got a particular game style. Plays a little bit differently than Divine Cross. But again, it is very similar. And some of these cards are going to be worth money. So what cards exactly, I don't know, because that's hard to predict the future here. But it is important to know what cards, that some of these cards are going to be worth money. There's foils, there's other stuff. Obviously, we got this right here, Let Them Cook. They'll love that card. That's a super, a little bit rarer card. We got this one right here. I pulled that. I don't know if we pulled this, the cover song, the other day. So that's fun if we didn't pull that one. And again, I got to go figure this whole thing out. So not saying that, I know all the rules. Then we got this, which is a foil math stream. So again, foils obviously typically tend to do better. And then we got one of these, which I know we pulled yesterday, which is good because it is a rare card. It is in mid, MID. So obviously it is shiny. There is a base version of this, but obviously the souped up version of it, if you will, is worth more money. So there you go right there. Going pretty quick for a reason because, I don't want to dwell too much on this. But it is important to note that while you might not be able to get a debut box anymore, or you're going to have to go on eBay because, well, the Kickstarter is over, you can get these on eBay. They're trading from anywhere from 85 to, I think, 120-ish. Right there, that one. This one right here, this one right here we pulled. But as I was stating, royalty song. I love royalties. Love that word, royalties. As I was stating, you can probably get one for about $100 on eBay. And I personally think that, so the difference between a retail box of this game and a debut box is those God packs. And when we get to them, if you didn't see it yesterday, you're going to realize why those God packs are awesome. This one right here, we pulled like 4 different versions of her yesterday, which was fun. This one, another foil right here. So that foil, obviously foils. There's a base version of this. Foil version's better. Souped up version's better. And this is an AO. So that's good for you right there. This right here. And the thing about the game that I like in particular, without getting into too much of the ins and outs of the game, is that the base card, the foil card, the souped up version of the card all have the same effect. It is just a visual component of what you want or what type of flex you want in your deck. So that's kind of the thing about it, is that it's very rare that a souped up card is going to change your gameplay. And that's a nice little feature of this game, is that if this was in a souped up borderless card version of it, and this is a common, the souped up super rare card of this, if it's serialized, is going to have the same effect. It's just a flex. So it creates an interesting situation of being able to collect and have value if you're a collector, but also be able to still play. And just because you have a bunch of cards that are common cards doesn't mean you can't beat somebody who has super rare cards. The rarity is not necessarily the effect. And that's a nice little touch of this game on that. Again, pulled like 6 different versions of her yesterday. That's a Persona card, this right here. And what I found out is that the different backings obviously have different categorizations. So this is content. All the contents are black. The blues, I think, are platforms, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so platform card are the blues. And then the Persona cards, I think, are the yellow. And again, somebody put that in the comments down yesterday. So much appreciated. Obviously, a foil right there for you. This is cool. So we got this, I think, in a base rent-free. And we got now this in a foil, which is cool. Again, it's a flex more than anything else. And it adds to collectability, which is nice because there's people who say, look, I just want to collect cards. And that's what's going on with Divine Cross. There are people who play the game, but I have some Divine Cross cards because I just think they look really cool as an art format, and they're fun, and they got this anime vibe. And I don't really know much about the game beyond that. So, and some of these cards are really, really cool in that way. Look, I mean, we got this right here. I mean, the art is fun. It's anime, VTuber oriented, YouTube oriented. So, there's an element of that to some degree with this. Got this right there. Again, going through this pretty quickly, only pointing out what I think is necessary to point out with this one. A lot of stuff, a lot of cards, a lot of duplicates. Again, I don't know the full rules of the game. Haven't really studied it yet. I'm planning to. I'm excited to actually learn how to play this game. But from a collectability standpoint, this is what I'm doing. So obviously foil, gamer fluid. So foil of that card. Toxic gaming, right there. I think everybody knows somebody who does that. I'm not going to name names if you don't name names. Just going to let everybody know that. And then this is the stuff that people want. God packs. There's 4 of them in this box. And here we go with all the good stuff of the God packs. So here we go. And the difference between a booster and a God pack is the odds are much higher, where basically there are no commons in a God pack. So we got this right here. So obviously this is a KIRS variation of this. I think we pulled this, or we pulled something similar. So which half cat is, and this is a upgrade, card for you. So very cool in that regard. Nice. I like the way it looks. I think we might have pulled that. This right here is those hot stamps for you. So apparently this is a hot stamp card. So it's kind of a signature. It is a gold hot stamp of the VTuber printed on it, I think. I don't think it's hand signed, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's still pretty cool, the fact that they're doing it. We obviously pulled, I believe, this card already earlier on. Yeah, we just didn't pull it in a hot stamp. So, and the hot stamps, it's gold. The one we pulled is silver. So that's the difference between those. And they're cool. I mean, those cards are going for a decent amount of money. Another gold one right here. So there's a silver version of this. This is the gold version of it. It's not hot stamped, but it's still cool in the fact that it's gold. Its debut. Again, it's an upgraded card. We got these right here. Obviously silvers in that way, which are upgrades for you. We got another one here. We pulled this the other day. We pulled this character already. So we got that. And then we have just I'm not too sure. This looks like it's foil, sort of. I don't know if it is. This one's hard to tell. But again, it's an AO. So that's just a good one right there. Same thing right here. This one definitely has a foil vibe to it. So that's cool for you. And I think these two are foils as well. So that's what a God pack looks like for everybody who is interested in a God pack. And those are only available in the Kickstarter things. I don't know if they're in retail boxes, but there's 4 God packs. And so when you go pull a God pack, it's the equivalent of what is known as a hot pack. So a hot pack is the concept that everything in the pack is good or rare. So there we go. We got this one right here. Going through this quickly. I'm only going to point out if we pull something cool, interesting in them, because you still can pull stuff out of these boosters. The odds, everything is odd based in this stuff. So again, going through this quickly, it's very much like however many are printed, there is X amount of odds per thing that you can pull. So yes, there's stuff that you can pull out of this, but you are guaranteed a variety of stuff. As I showed, those upgrade silvers, you are guaranteed one of those in these boxes. But that's not where the real value is going to come from. The real value with this stuff, I think, at the very least, a foil right there. Some of these foil cards are going to be really cool. Foil right there. And what I really think the real value of these cards is going to be straight out of those God packs, and those upgrades, and those like kind of cool silver ones, and those hot stamps. That's the stuff that I think people are going to want. And if people are going to need to build their decks, and they're going to need cards that you don't have. And then also the other thing is that all of these cards have debut on them, as you can see right there. So that is not going to be in the retail side. And some of the art for these cards are also not going to be in the retail box. I think we pulled this one twice already. This is obviously the base of it. So if you're playing the game and you don't want to flex and you have a hot stamp card, you might want to use this one and not the hot stamp, because the hot stamp is going to be worth more money, presuming the game takes off. And as we've seen, Divine Cross is a good example of that. Perfect ASMR for you right here. Confessional stream. So many things I could say on that one. I'm just holding my tongue. Burned toast tart. Again, some of this stuff's really funny. At least I think it is. That right there. Got this one right here, which is Upgrade. Obviously, there's silver versions of this. We have this one right here, foil for you, that works. And we pulled this in a God pack. So, yeah, it's just a duplicate, but no complaints about duplicates ever. I'll take a foil duplicate all the time. No complaints. As soon as I fix my pile. So yes, no complaints about any of that. Just fixing my pile so we don't have a bigger issue. It doesn't fall in on me. So obviously we got this right here, another pack. Going quickly. Feel free, if you're watching, checking out, you got questions. Happy to answer any questions for anybody about this game, about anything else. If I don't know the answer, I can find out the answer for you. Or you just want to talk about other things, more than happy to do that too. Going through this pretty quickly because, I want to get to the God packs and some other stuff and dive into it. And I'm only pointing out if we pull something that's cool or I haven't seen it yet, because it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, at this point, this is a small part of what I usually collect, what I like to go through, what I like to talk about, make, do, all that stuff. I love this card. We pulled it yesterday. That's a fun one. We got this one right here. I love a Christmas special. Just I love holiday cards in general. You could probably build a holiday deck with like other stuff because there's anniversary cards, songs, royalties. You could probably build a deck out of that. Cinema Date, foil of that one. So yeah. Again, I gotta go play around with this game. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I don't know all the rules. But I will say this: I do have 2 starter decks that I picked up, and I do recommend that if you want to play this game, starter decking it out and then modifying the deck typically is how I usually build this. So when I started Magic the Gathering, that's how I did it. And you modify it, and then you basically take a basic starter deck and then you make it into your thing. Because I think that's just the easiest way how to do anything. If you want to play the card game, if you're looking to collect cards and you just like the way some of this stuff looks, that's fine too. Because I do think that there is a really good chance. This game raised $500,000. So a lot of people have it. And what I did get to interview, their mascot and talked about it for about an hour and a half, almost 18 months ago. And one of the things, so we pulled that obviously in the upgrade in the silver version. And one of the things is that they have a lot of plans, and they said that this is phase 1. So they're planning to add more VTubers and some other stuff into this. So that's something to keep in the back of everybody's head too, is that there is $500,000 that was pumped into this through Kickstarter, and they have a phase 2 plan. They have a phase 3 plan, and so on and so forth. I think this is a foil. I'm not exactly sure. It looks it. But this one's tricky to tell. It's either that or it's just glossy. I'm having a hard time telling that that's foiled out. And then we got one of these silver cards. So yeah, right there. That's a good one right there. And then promo card right into that. So yes. But yeah, they are planning to do some other stuff. So that's something to keep in back of everybody's head. Whether they do it or they don't, that's up to be determined and seen. But that's the whole thing with this. Then obviously we are one more God pack away from being halfway through, and I'm going through this quickly. I know it's good. It's going to be a slightly long one for everybody. I think we pulled this one before yesterday, but it's kind of a crazy one, if I will. Um, Here we go. I don't remember this one. I don't remember in character. I don't remember this one being pulled yesterday. We could have. I just don't remember it. We definitely pulled this again, like 5 different versions. I have a bunch of different versions. People want these cards. That's one of the main characters. Same thing there. Right here, pulled like the good version of this, the borderless version of this, like 4 different versions of it. So that's good right there for everybody who wants one of those. Here we go. I'll crush you. I don't remember this one. I don't remember this one. And then we have this one, which is Dragon Disease, I want to say. So again, I don't remember that one either. There's a lot of cards in this set. But it's a game, right? So you're building a deck, and you have, I think, 6 or 7 different personas or characters who's like your avatar, and then they all have a different way they do stuff. So think about it like this, right? You can be a massive viral content decks. You could be holiday decks. You could be a bunch of stuff, right? So there's a bunch of different ways how to do it. And so there you go. I mean, that's the whole concept behind this, is that it's that concept. So having said that, here we go. We have just showed that base version of this. That is the super cool silver version of it right there. This is the 3rd one I pulled, or even the 4th one I pulled. But again, no complaints. Pulled this one yesterday. No complaints. I think it's the 3rd or 4th version of that one. No complaints, because again, I like having duplicates of cards that are, I guess, more premium cards. Same thing right here. Same character, by the way, that we just pulled and showed, just a different version. Again, I think I have that one already. Same thing right here. We just showed the top premium version of this in silver. Again, same thing. I know that we pulled this already with the silver right there stamped. Same thing. We pulled this one before. I know that. And then we got this right here, which I think is kind of shiny foil. No complaints. Shiny foil. No complaints. And right here, we got this one right here too. And again, no complaints with that one, because we definitely pulled that one, but it's a premium card. It's a premium card, so no complaints. And then we got this one right here, which is another foil. So no complaints here, right? That's the point of a God pack, is that you're pulling some stuff that obviously is more premium. And those were stretch goals, by the way. So there was one God pack, or you could call it a God pack, premium pack, hot pack, whatever you want to call it. And it's the idea that it's just the odds are increased, where essentially you're eliminating commons and uncommons, and you're getting KIRs, AOs, KRSs, AKAs, MARs in there, which are all, basically different concepts of, just rarity. So typically Magic the Gathering has common, uncommon, rare, legendary. This has a little bit more variety, but it's the same concept. As far as rarity goes, alternative art, things of that nature. Right, that one, this one, definitely pulled that. Definitely pulled this one before. A lot of this stuff has been pulled. Just showed like 3 different versions of that. This right here, another foil for you, platform foil. Blue, which is platform foil. Probably pull this in a base and take the promo card right down there. And here we go with this one. Going quick because obviously, I feel at this point I'm beating a dead horse beyond just showing what I'm opening up and catching. And well, the real vibe and then the drive here is those God packs. But I will say this, these packs are tough to open. I will say that. I have no problem openly admitting that these packs are tough to open. Vtuber coffee. Same thing, pulled that. you can see the anime vibe. I mean, this is definitely an anime game for sure. Pulled this, pulled this, definitely pulled this yesterday. Pulled this, probably pulled this. No show? I don't remember no show. And this is, I think, looks like a foil. It looks like one. Not exactly. It's hard to tell sometimes. With that, and then this is definitely a foil platform. So we got that right there. Again, another pack. There's 24 packs in here, guys. There's 24 packs. And again, I don't know what is going to be valuable out of this whole card set. What I do know is that it's a coin toss on if this set is going to be valuable or not. And these cards are going to be valuable or not. Obviously, there is, when you raise $500,000 on Kickstarter, it's no bullshit. I don't remember this one from yesterday, but we pulled a lot of stuff. This is kinky. So this right here, but again, that's the whole thing is that, but if we look at the Vine Cross and a few other games, some of that stuff is worth real money. So it is a probability. And well, you know, as you see, I pulled some signature stuff, pulled some other stuff. You know, I pulled a serialized card yesterday. So yes. And those cards, by the way, I looked on eBay, those serial number cards, people are asking anywhere from $250 to a G for them. So, I mean, whether they get it or they don't, that's up for debate here. But there is something to be said about that. Campfire guitar. I know we pulled that, but that's just like a wholesome card right there. And then this right here. So yes, obviously we have two more boosters for you, and then we got a God pack coming up, and then we got the final 75%. But yes, so that's the whole thing with this is that there's a lot of speculation. If you're looking at it, if you want to play this card game, you could have a blast, right? And I'm going to play, right? I'm going to learn how to play, whether I play professional tournaments or whatever. That's up for debate here. But the idea, at least as far as I'm concerned, is that there are those premium cards, and they can potentially fetch good money, be graded, all that stuff, because we're in that era now where if you have a limited 100 card or a limited 101 or the card or debut cards or the pre-debut stuff that, you know, if you go to a convention and they're there, you might get a pre-debut pack, you know, all that stuff, it could be worth money. I mean, some of these pre-debut packs are trading for like 150 to 200 bucks on eBay, and some of them open are trading for good money. So yes, this is kind of one of those things where it's a really interesting economic thing that's going on. Now, whether this stuff does get that money or doesn't, again, the free market is going to determine that. And that's what the free market does. But as I stated, I look at other past games and I look at the market, and well, you know what? It's an interesting circumstance on what's going on. And also, there are cards that people really like from certain things, and they don't like everything from it. So, you know, that's the thing too. Again, I'm just going through this one quickly because we got a God pack coming up. I don't remember this one. I don't remember this one all that much. We got this right here. This right here. Sponsorship, which is what I need. I could only play this card for my YouTube shows. That'd be wonderful. Craft shows. And then we got one of these silver upgrade cards for you, which is the silver stamp stuff, which is just a premium card. So no complaints there with those. Because again, premium cards are fun. But I don't think we pulled the premium card on. And then third God pack. So let's hope there's some good in here. Let's hope we pull another SIG. So that'd be great. Or a hot stamp or whatever we're going to call them now. Because I would like that. That'd be great. That'd be a nice little addition to opening up this box or something. So we pulled this one before. We pulled this out of the pack, one of the booster packs. So that's cool to get a duplicate of that one. So definitely can be useful upgrade for me. We got this one, same character, different card. We have this right here. I think we pulled this, but this is a borderless one. This is a KIRS. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, so that's why I use the phonetic of it. So this is borderless. So there's a border. There's like a silver stamp of the card. This is the borderless version of that. So we don't have this one. So that's good. I'm happy about that. Again, silver upgrade card. Get that silver stuff going on. There's a gold version of this one. I don't know if we pulled that one, to be honest. I don't remember. And then I know that we pulled this. I think, yeah, we pulled Speedrun. I love Rent Free. I just love this card the way it looks. It's absolutely how I want to live. I don't think we pulled this, but this is adorable. This card. Oh my god, it's just so adorable. And then we have this one right here, which is I'll Crush You, which we pulled too. And so that's 75% of this thing. We have 5 more boosters and 1 more God pack. So yeah. So here we go. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope there's some good stuff hiding in these. And in particular in the God pack, because that's where the real money is. Drop that in there. Platform. Anniversary celebration. This one right here. Again, going through this quickly. Game flavor of the week. I don't remember that one. Dog food regret. There's a million things I could say about that. A million things. It's a content card. I don't even want to start. I don't know where you even come up with that. Every time I think of that card, and I just saw that card, I think of the Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin, WWE circumstance, and that whole thing that was going on. So got this one. This one, pulled this already like 15 times. Yell at Fish. I gotta say, this in foil is actually pretty sick. Like this one really looks good in a foil. Like I know the camera's not doing it justice, but it actually looks good in a foil. And then SSD support funds. So yeah, so there we go right there. Not this one's okay looking in a foil. Like that other one looks awesome in a foil. I gotta say like that, like the foil just enhances that card. But it doesn't change the effect of the card. Foil, non-foil, no effect. It's kind of like a Pokemon alternative art card. Is what these foils are. Right there. This one. I know we pulled this one before. Sudden Clips. Right there. From Our Hearts. I don't think we pulled that before. I don't remember this one. We might have. I just don't remember it. And then this one. Don't remember this one either. We might have. I just don't remember it. This right here. We pulled this now 16 times. Ad break. That's good. Which we don't have for this show at the moment. And then sus gameplay right there for you. So yeah. Here we go. And then obviously this is the first of the last 3 boosters. So let's run with it. Let's run with it. Let's run with this. Let's run with this. Let's see what happens here. That one, this one, this one, this one. That's just a cool background, by the way. That one, this one, this one. Fundraiser. I think it looks this way. It's supposed to go this way. That one. That one. Bobby news. That's a platform for you. Another foil. I know we pulled this one. And we got another silver upgrade. I think we pulled this already though. So no complaints though, because any card that's a premium card, I'll take it. I'll take premium cards all day. because, well, is they're worth more. They're worth more, or potentially they're worth more, I should say. But statistically, a premium card, a silver update, something like that will be worth more just because that's just what it is. And so, but again, the game is very, very early, to say the least. Royalty song, my favorite word in the English language is royalty, dividend, great word. It's Kevin O'Leary's favorite word apparently as well. So I'm in good company with that one. This one, karaoke night, probably pulled that. Definitely pulled this before. Going through this pretty quickly because going through 48 boosters is a lot in 2 days. Doing this right here, this one right here, this right here. So obviously foil of one of the main characters. She's one of the main characters. So foil of her is cool. And this card is just adorable. It's just adorable, and it's a foil. So no complaints with that one. And then we're on the last booster before we get to the last God pack. So hopefully it's good. And this one feels a little heavy. So I'm hoping there's something good in here. I'm hoping that we get something really cool in this one. But here we go. From our hearts, my time. Again, persona of one of the main characters. I think people are asking like $9 for these on eBay, which is a little high. It's a little high. Between all of us in the room here. This one, I've seen this one go for like $1 on eBay lately. This one right here. This right here. So this. I don't really remember pulling this one, but I'm sure we did. And then this is a silver upgrade of one of the other main characters. I think she is the other starter deck that dropped out. So that's good. That's good right there. And then here we go. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope we got something really good in here. Like another signature would be great. That'd be awesome. Another hot stamp signature would be great. A serial as number card would be great. So definitely hoping for the best here. We did only pull one of those, which is fine. It's fine. I think we pulled this already. Silver upgrade. That's good though. I have no complaints for you, everybody. So yes. So here we go. We got Pipkin Pipka. Obviously this is an upgrade card for you. Another one, so a persona card. So again, that shiny flex thing. Again, we got this in the base, right? So I think I've pulled this before, but nonetheless, until that happened, it's all right. The card's alive. I'm gonna get it in a second, everybody. Sorry. This we already pulled, but again, no complaint about a duplicate. We got this one right here, which is what we want. The Pipkin Pipka, hot stamp gold for you. So that's cool. Definitely it's printed, kind of the Fox signature, I guess is what you call it. But it is a gold one. It is a signature card to some degree. It's a hot stamp. It's a ORG. So let me look this up, right? What is an ORG on this, right? Is it so I think ORRE. I'm sorry, not so those are 1 in 288 packs or 12 booster boxes. So special signature card, alternative art persona, holographic gold, hot stamp, right? So that's what this is, right? So that's good right there. So it is super limited, right? It's basically you have the ORE, which is 1 out of 288 packs, the magenta, which is 1 out of 864 packs, the AK Super, which is limited 1 out of 100, which is what we pulled yesterday, and we pulled the magenta yesterday. And then we have this, which is 1 out of 288. So for every 288 packs, there's one of these in those 288 packs. So that's cool. That's cool. And that's nice right there. So that's a good one because we don't have that one. So I'm pretty happy about that one for those who are interested. This right here is just silver for everybody. We got an air brake foil for everybody who can see it. We have this right here. And then we got this one right here, which is a KIRS. I pulled, I think, the third one out of this box. No complaints again. And then we got this two right here, which is this one, which is actually the third one of this one that I pulled. And this is a magenta super. So these, as I stated, are 1 out of 864 packs, or 1 out of 3. So basically what it is that it's a gold signature card, borderless upgrade. So there's no border there, right? So just to put this in perspective, okay? So the Pippa or the Pipkin, this has a border, right? This does not. Just trying to make it so that everybody could see it. This does not have a border, right? This though, yeah. So that's the whole concept, right? Is that this is actually rarer than this one is. But I mean, 1 out of 288 packs, it's not a lot, right? I mean, it's not. 1 out of 144 packs, not a lot. And then there's the Cami, which is 1 out of 14,440 packs, or 1 for 50 master cases. We have those. So obviously, I mean, but still, I mean, anything with like a hot stamp on it, anything in that nature, super cool, super nice, super helpful. Definitely, cool to that. I mean, this is the one that is the silver version. That this is just a MID. So Midori Super, which is 1 out of 24 packs. So when you pull a bunch of these, there's nothing wrong with that. So yes, that's kind of the whole thing right there. But again, I have 3 of those cards that I showed you of. I'm going to show it again because I have 3 of these. I have 3 of them, right? It's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? The fact that it's 1 out of 864 packs and I have 3 of them is wild. So, I mean, that kind of tells me that I'm not complaining. Because again, anytime you get good cards, it's cool. But obviously, I like this card a lot more. I think it's a better card, to be honest. And so, but again, no complaints, right? And then this is that. I think this is a borderless card, and I got a bunch of these. And again, as somebody who buys, sells, engages in card trading, that it's beneficial to me for me to pull cards like this or pull duplicates like this. It is beneficial to me as a collector, a reseller, because it only benefits me more. So I have no complaints. Like this, for instance. This card feels really smooth, actually, to be honest. And these are KRSs. Super smooth though. I like that one. Duplicate of that, no complaint. I like the way they look. They feel a little bit differently. Sounds, I know, a little odd. Same thing with this one right here. Definitely like that style. But I'm trying to find the first auto, right? Like I really like these in particular where it's kind of a picture signed. I think that's cool. I like that the best out of the bunch. This has got a little bit of a picture on top, but really like, like when somebody draws like a rabbit on it, or a bear, or whatever their thing is, right? But again, no complaints, because duplicates of signed cards or hot stamps or whatever we're going to call them, or parallels, no complaints, right? Because it's a good thing. So I'm pretty happy about it. Again, the game is super early. And I think what's going to happen is that in a year from now, if they do phase 2, phase 3, if the game takes off or becomes very much like a cult classic, or they pump money into it, even further push it out, and it kind of goes, or even if it kind of falls to the wayside and then gets revived because people like the anime vibe VTubers, I think that there's money to be made on this as a collector. I think it's going to be a fun game. And that's the whole thing. And this stuff is debut packs and cards. So this is almost, it's not a pre-debut, it's the debut version, and then there's going to be the retail version. And so that's my whole thing, is that I just think that for me, it's definitely a swing. It's definitely a swing. And not to use a baseball analogy, but you're swinging at a pitch. I mean, this is definitely that. So, I have no problem openly stating that it could fail and it could go bad and these stuff could go to zero. But I also think that you are swinging at the fences a little bit, and sometimes you got to take a few swings and go deep, right, and hope the ball goes out of the park. And that's what this is for me at the very least. And plus, it's cool to look at this stuff, and so I'm excited to see where it goes, what it is, and it's not a major investment. It's not. I mean, these boxes and backing it on Kickstarter was like 220 for both boxes and the starter decks. So, I think I'm going to be fine with it if I sell out pieces of it, sell out my duplicates at some point. I think I'm more than break even on it. So that's the whole thing. Again, this is a swing, but I do want to talk about this because I think it's a good thing to talk about this, engage and showcase that sometimes it's okay to swing at card collecting, and there's nothing wrong with taking a swing here and there, and having a good time with it. Because all of a sudden, if this card is going for like $30, $40 in a year from now, and it's getting graded like this, I'm just saying that it's cool to that degree. So that's it. I got going on for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Did a lot of content this week. And I'm gonna try to do a lot more. I got some holiday stuff coming. I got 3 mega boxes from baseball. I got an advent calendar coming. I don't know if I'm gonna crack open a basketball advent calendar either. And then I got some other stuff coming, and you never know. I got depending on what comes in the mail with some Alex Pereira stuff, we might be doing some talking about that. And then I definitely in the next few months want to do a lot more education, not opening up cards per se, but definitely talking about cards, talking about grading, and definitely showing you guys my PSA vault because it is really cool. It is really cool, my PSA vault. If you don't know what a PSA vault is, you are in for a treat, and it's a cool one. It's a cool service. It's a cool idea, and the way I do it. And it definitely, I mean, I'll debate anybody in cards on the maximization of value of cards, flipping versus long term, any day of the week. Because there is discussions between flippers and longing and other stuff. So having said all that, thanks so much for watching. And before I go, I do want to remind everybody that I do have an eBay store. I just listed a bunch of stuff in the comic realm. So there's a lot of comics, but look for comics and collectibles. Come shop those on eBay at Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. And if you come to my store, right, and you're looking for a particular card or an item or something, shoot me a message on there, because if I have it, I might list it for you. We can figure out the price. I'll list it for you. I'll sell it to you. If I don't have it, I might say, hey, look, what you're looking for doesn't exist, and you'll have your answer. And even going beyond that, let's say it does exist and you know it exists and you send me a picture of it. I most likely know somebody who does have it, and I will point you in the right direction, and I will give you guidance, because I got a lot of fellow sellers who carry stuff I don't carry, and they're not carry stuff they don't carry. So having said all that, I got you covered there. And that's everything. So thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for watching my content. Hopefully you enjoy this stuff as much as I do. And we're going to get back to some sports, some other stuff. And we're going to get into some cool stuff in the next few months. So thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your Friday night, everybody. Baseball's on tonight. Basketball's on tonight. Or you could do what I'm doing, which is watching Harry Potter. So having said all that, everybody, have a good one. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch up soon, everybody. Have a good one.